remember that the world is different now. We have a new government now, one that doesn't care how we used to do things. Maybe none of that matters anymore. My heart beats faster. I'm shoved into the back seat of a black car, and before I know it, I'm deposited somewhere new, somewhere that looks like an ordinary office building. It's tall, steel gray. It seems old and decrepit. Some of its windows are cracked, and the whole thing looks sad. But when I walk inside, I'm stunned to discover a blinding, gleaming interior. I look around, taking in the marble floors, the rich carpets and furnishings. The ceilings are high, the architecture modern but elegant. It's all glass and marble and stainless steel. I've never been anywhere so beautiful. And I haven't even had a moment to take it all in before I'm greeted by a thin older man with even thinner brown hair. The soldier flanking me steps back as he steps forward. "Miss Ferrars," he says. "Yes." "You are to come with me." I hesitate. "Who are you?" He studies me a moment and then seems to make a decision. "You may call me De La Liu." "Okay," I say, the word disappearing into a whisper. I follow De La Liu into a glass elevator and watch him use a key card to authorize the lift. Once we're in motion, I find the courage to speak. "Where am I?" I ask. "What's happening?" His answer comes automatically. "You are in Sector 45 headquarters. You're here to have a meeting with the Chief Commander and Regent of Sector 45. He doesn't look at me when he speaks, but there's nothing in his tone that feels threatening, so I ask another question. "Why?" The elevator doors ping as they open. De La Liu finally turns to look at me. "You'll find out in just a moment." I follow De La Liu down a hall and wait, quietly, outside a door while he knocks. He peeks his head inside when the door opens, announces his presence, and then motions for me to follow him in. When I do, I'm surprised. There's a beautiful man in military uniform, I'm assuming he's the commander, standing in front of a large wooden desk, his arms crossed against his chest. He's staring me straight in the eye, and I'm suddenly so overwhelmed I feel myself blush. I've never seen anyone so handsome before. I look down, embarrassed, and study the laces of my tennis shoes. I'm grateful for my long hair. It serves as a dark, heavy curtain shielding my face from view. "Look at me." The command is sharp and clear. I look up nervously to meet his eyes. He has thick, dark brown hair, eyes like a storm. He looks at me for so long I feel goosebumps rise along my skin. He won't look away, and I feel more terrified by the moment. This man's eyes are full of anger, darkness. There's something genuinely frightening about him, and my heart begins to hammer. "You're growing up quickly," he says. I stare at him, confused, but he's still studying my face. 14 years old, he says quietly. Such a complicated age for a young girl. Finally he sighs, looks away. It always breaks my heart to break beautiful things. I don't understand, I say, feeling suddenly ill. He looks up again. You're aware of what you did today? I freeze. Words pile up in my throat, die in my mouth. Yes or no? He demands. Yes, I say quickly. Yes. And do you know why you did it? Do you know how you did it? I shake my head, my eyes filling fast with tears. It was an accident, I whisper. I didn't know that this... Does anyone else know about your sickness? No. I stare at him, my eyes wide even as tears blur my vision. I mean, not really, just my parents. But no one really understands what's wrong with me. I don't even understand. You mean you didn't plan this? It wasn't your intention to murder the little boy? No, I cry out, and then clap both hands over my mouth. No, I say quietly now. I was trying to help him. He'd fallen to the floor and I